I'm taking a walk right now, and I thought I would, I'm going up North Fulton. I'm at Marina in North Fulton now, and I thought I would show these houses that are here. There's the church, 3409, 3411, 3415, and 3423, and we'll continue walking. But I always find this area interesting because this house, from what I understand, used to be over here, and there were two more. There's an aerial shot that I have because when Hapeville High was built back in 1938-39, the main building was there. This was the back. You entered the school from the front. So these homes that were here before the school was built were on this hill overlooking the park. And so the two houses that were here, I think one of them burned or got razed, but one of them, that one survived, and this one got moved over here. And I'll cross over so you can see better. There's 3411. From what I understand, this house not only was moved, but the kitchen was like added onto the back and had to move to fit onto the lot. And there's 3415, 3423, and it has an apartment building behind it. Look how beautiful this property is. But directly across from the school. So this used to be all grass back in the day. That building was built 10 years after the original school. The original building was on the other side of it. But all of these houses had front row seat. Look at the beautiful garden that they still have over here next to the house that more recently the Zappas had lived in. And her daughter told me that Mrs. Zappa worked at the school for a very, very long time, and she died in this house. But look at the beautiful garden they kept. From what I understand, the person that owns this house owns this one now. This house is fascinating, 3435. This was owned by a man named Cortland Gilbert back in the 30s when nothing was here. He just overlooked from this beautiful open porch, it would have been open at the time, his view in the 30s, the early to mid 30s, was forest and the first Hapeville Park. And then of course they built the school on the hill in the park, and then 10 years later they built the rec center. And I found an article where Mr. Gilbert, who by the way was the editor of the local Hapeville newspaper called the South Fulton Review, I think. He was the editor, so he did an article about how much he did not want all of this to be built across the way. He was like, that is park property, do not start encroaching on it. But of course, we did. Here's 3439 and 3443, which I think is sitting empty right now. One of our group members was living there up until I think about a year ago and did some great Halloween stuff out front. Brian Kirkner. He lives on the other side of town now, but here's the rec center. And then of course right here on this lot, which was an empty lot when I got here 6 years ago, there were various businesses over the years on this corner, including the Slip-In way back in the 40s, back in the like 1940. On this lot there was a place called the Slip-In, and I think it was like a hot dog restaurant of some sort. And then there were a bunch of other businesses here, and the students would, before this was here, they would just walk across the field over to this dirt road and go to the Slip-In to have a snack on their way home after school or to hang out. But now it's townhomes. To me, it kind of looks industrial, like a school, doesn't it? And then here's the municipal parking lot where there used to be an Easy Mart there, and then Dan Bridges had a watch repair shop over here. There's been all kinds of things on that corner, but this is what it looks like now. And City Hall and the fire department, they're out taking care of their equipment. I am headed across the tracks to go to my favorite poke bowl place. Boy, I bet you guys remember going in there to pay your water bills and such. We pay our water bill in there now, which used to be the police department before it moved to the south side of the tracks. These are the folks that were responsible for this memorial. Ooh, it's warm today. It is warm. Post office was in this building, one of these storefronts, prior to 1941, when the original, or when the federal post office was built across the tracks. And this is now a local restaurant called Volare, which is popular for lunch and dinner with the Delta crowd. All right. Too old to go up and over that. This space, of course, the Masonic Temple. J.J. Allen was in there with his photography. Well before that was the Green and White Cafe. A couple of years ago, we got this new ramp and nice crosswalk. There's a story around Halloween time I'll share about a young boy from the Hammett family, 1916, who perished right here on the tracks. You would think, oh, he was hit by the train? No, it was something even more surprising. I'll share that in October. Here is Depot Park. Isn't it beautiful? And the fountain's working again. That hadn't been working for a while. This is fantastic. Look at that view, you guys. This was Hapeville's very first park, and it used to be 3 times as big before all of that happened over there, the post office and such. All right, I'm gonna go have some lunch. Create yourself a great day. Bye.